Hi, I'm Alison from Conscious Parents, Conscious Kids, and I would love to introduce to you our amazing facilitators from around the globe. Today, I'm talking with Heather Nichols from Colorado in the United States. Welcome, Heather.
Thank you.
And to start off with, could you just tell us a little bit about you and your background?
I guess what got me to be a Conscious Parents, Conscious Kids facilitator, and a big part of what Access Consciousness really helped me with in the beginning when I first found it was to have a lot more ease as a parent, and which also allowed me to create my whole life. I have a 13-year-old and an 11-year-old, two boys, and when they were 1 and 3, I got divorced, and went out and started creating as a single mom and creating my own business. I had been a psychotherapist and a social worker, and found Access, and it really, I was so stressed out as a single mom that I kind of couldn't create my life and my business the way I really desired to. And once I started playing with the tools of Access, parenting got so much easier for me and so much more fun. And then I could actually start creating my business and becoming a facilitator and actually creating so much more in the world. And there's a million things I could say about my background, but that to me is probably the most relevant to this conversation and why I'm so passionate about these conversations, the Conscious Parents, Conscious Kids. Because parenting is it's such a judged reality. And I was trying so hard to get it right. And I had been schooled as a social worker and a therapist. And so I had all these models about, what I needed to do with my kids. And I had studied all the studies and the research and, never really asked what I knew and what they knew. And boy, did that change everything for me.
Mm. So if there was a message that you'd like to deliver to the listeners about Conscious Parents, Conscious Kids, what would that be?
That would be, you will never get it right. And so give it up. And getting it right is it's not possible. And it's also not it's sort of like being a good parent has nothing to do with getting it right, and being a good parent is kind of a funny thing because we talk a lot about being a bad parent, being willing to be a bad parent in the eyes of this reality. But to actually be the kind of parent that your kids require, it actually requires you to throw the judgment of right and wrong out the window and be present with them and be acknowledging what they know and what you know and what you can create together, which has nothing to do with right or wrong.
Yes, yeah. So would that also be what you would like to clear up about parenting in this reality? The bit about the judgment and the right and wrong?
Yes. Oh,
if there was one thing you could clear up, yeah.
That would be, it's funny because I travel a lot. I'm out in the world a lot. And I get it's my whole body cringes when I see a lot. Most of the parents that I see in the world with their kids are so unhappy, so unhappy. And it's kind of hard to see, I'm oh my God, I just want to go up to them and be you don't have to be unhappy. You don't have to hate this, and pretend like you love it because you're supposed to, You
mean parenting can be joyful?
I know, right? It can be joyful, really, not just, talk about it being joyful while you secretly kind of can't stand it, So yeah, it would be really, there is no right and wrong. There's no, enjoy your life. Enjoy your life as a parent. And that's one of the gifts you can give to your kids.
Yeah, awesome. So, I guess that is a tool, but if there was one tool that you could give the listeners to take away and use right now, as soon as they get off this video, what would that be? Or do you have a favorite tool?
Yeah, I would say that really just asking yourself, if I was truly enjoying my life and my living, what would that be? And it's not even about coming to a definition of what that is, but if you couldn't honestly say to yourself today, I love my life, I really enjoy my life, then change it, please change it, and do whatever it is that's going to actually bring you joy, even if you think it's not going to contribute to your kids, because it will. It actually really will.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for talking with us today, Heather. And we hope to see you all somewhere online or in a class around the world. Thank you, and bye.